Hello friends, welcome to another passion planner video here on my YouTube channel. It is your girl Christina. If you are new, welcome, and if you are returning, welcome back. Today's a really exciting video because we are cleaning. I also just love coming home to a clean house. I love waking up to a clean house. I love walking into my kitchen in the morning and it's clean. It's very therapeutic for me. So today, we're not just gonna be cleaning per se. We're not, mopping, doing dishes, those everyday chores. We are actually gonna be doing some spring cleaning with the help of Passion Planner's spring cleaning insert. This is extremely helpful because, like I said, we're not just cleaning the house, we are decluttering. So we're getting into all the nooks and crannies, those drawers that we haven't organized in a while. Maybe it's a guest bedroom, a closet that we need to go through, and we are just gonna get rid of things that do not bring us any joy. And the reason I say that is because Passion Planner's spring cleaning insert is actually inspired by the KonMari method, which is Marie Kondo. She had a Netflix series a couple of years ago and she coined the phrase sparks joy. It's when you take an item in your hand and you think for a moment, does this spark joy? If it doesn't, you toss it. And if it does, you keep it. So you do that with, I guess, all of the items in your house. So that's essentially what the KonMari method is. It looks like there are 5 categories in the KonMari method: clothing, books, papers, miscellaneous, and sentimental items. It is recommended to declutter by category in this order, not by room. Marie Kondo also offers the following advice. Bring all items out into one area as opposed to decluttering a little at a time. That's a little weird. I feel like I would declutter by room, not pull everything out and then it's just like a giant mess in here. And then second, avoid music or watching television as you tidy. Oh my gosh, that's gonna be so hard for me because I love, watching a YouTube video, listening to a podcast, an ebook while I'm cleaning up. So doing it in silence is gonna be kind of tough. Third, touch every single item and be mindful of the emotions that arise. You know what the method is, so let's go over Passion Planner spring cleaning insert. This first section here says to visualize. What do you want your clean space to look like? How do you want it to feel? I think the purpose of this section here is, of course, to reflect before we declutter, because you don't want to just toss all of these things out, right? You're not just trying to get rid of stuff. Like, that isn't the goal. So I think visualizing what you want your space to be like helps you make decisions on items. This is something really neat to do beforehand, which I'm going to do that in a second. This here is the Declutter Checklist. It is taken exactly from KonMari method. And then this last section here is another portion where you are going to reflect. But this is a place where you're going to reflect after you've done the decluttering. So this here is the insert. Now, I've already printed it out and glued it into my Passion Planner. This is looking a little plain. If you guys have been watching the channel for a while, you know that I can't just go with this minimal setup. I need to decorate it. So I brought out all of my Passion Planner sticker books. I'm gonna deck this insert with a ton of stickers. I also have some random washi tape. You never know, might need this. And then I'm also going to be using these retractable marker pens. This is from ClickArt. There are 24 colors and I absolutely love using these for a project like this, because writing with like a colorful marker like these is gonna just brighten up the page so much more. So that is the plan for this first portion of the video. We're gonna decorate this insert. Quando o piano
já não quer mais tocar e as teclas pretas não saem do lugar. Quando corno inglês ter que ir pro xadrez, porque não tem mais onde ficar. Quando o prelúdio nem começar e a semibreve cansar de respirar, quando o trombone não quiser assoprar e os dedos da harpa não vão dedilhar, quando todo mundo cantar a capela, porque a orquestra vai parar.
Here is the first portion of the spring cleaning insert. Now, the first question is, I am clearing space because, and what I have written, you can't really see it because the color of my pen is the same color of the sticker, but I wrote, I haven't since we moved in, which is 100% true. A lot of the stuff that I couldn't find a home for, we shoved it into a cabinet, a closet, and really haven't dealt with it. So that's why today's spring cleaning insert is gonna be so useful. And then I want my space to look and feel, I mean, spacious, I don't know if that's the right word because our house is kind of empty because we're waiting for a lot of our furniture, but I also just want it to feel clean and minimal. And I also want to save room because a lot of the storage areas is full. I want to make sure that I have extra space in there. I don't want it to be filled with a whole bunch of junk that I was planning on tossing anyway. And then the three things that cleaning my space will allow me to do is just first and foremost, feel accomplished. 2, clear space. And number 3, clear mind. So the next step is to actually go through the KonMari method and the Declutter Checklist. This spring cleaning project has easily turned into a 2-day project. I kind of got distracted last night when I was working in the closet. Although I got rid of a lot of things and I've organized it into 3 different piles. I have a pile of items I'm going to sell. I have a pile of items I'm going to be handing over to my mom. She's actually going to be sending a care package to her family in the Philippines. And so if something has been lightly used, she says to send it over her way. So I have a pile for her, and then I also have a pile that is going to Goodwill. I got the closet figured out, but like I said, I got distracted because, you know, I started organizing David's side of the closet, color coordinated his t-shirts. I went through like my old makeup, got rid of a lot of things. I started sweeping. I started taking out clothes that don't necessarily fit me anymore, but I still want to keep. So yeah, I got a little distracted yesterday. I put in a lot more hours into the closet than maybe I should have, but I'm actually really glad that I did because I've been wanting to do that for months, and you know, it's just one of those things, like once you get started on something, it's kind of hard to stop. Next on the KonMari Declutter Checklist is books. And I've already gone through the magazines. I tossed out a ton that I didn't really care for. The next one is general, and honestly, most of my books, like reading books that I've purchased in the past, are just in a box in a spare room. And the reason why they're in there is because I just don't have a place to put them. So I'm gonna check that off because I just don't think that there's not much I can do. And then the next one is manuals. And funny enough, a couple days ago, I actually did like a deep clean in my office, also my filing system. And I was able to put together all of the manuals. Like I found all of the manuals and put them in the same folder. So I feel like that I've already done. Children's books. We don't have any children's books. Next, number 3 on KonMari's Declutter Checklist is papers. And I already checked off bills, school assignments, syllabi, birth certificates, taxes, official paperwork, greeting cards, because like I said, a couple days ago, I was working on my filing system, and I'm telling you, it is so organized. I bought these containers here, these like filing containers from IKEA, and I wanted this instead of a file cabinet because they're so big and like obnoxiously there in the room. And I just feel like it just does not flow with the like minimal aesthetic that I'm going for in my office. So I opted for these like file containers. So like I said, that's already been done a couple days ago. Next on KonMari's Declutter Checklist is miscellaneous. So that accounts for electronics, kitchen appliances, kitchenware, utensils, notebooks, crafting supplies, furniture, boxes. So let's go through this because, I don't think I need to go through my notebooks and my crafting supplies because I'm pretty good about keeping all of my stationery in order. We do need to go through electronics, kitchenware, furniture, and boxes.
Contando uma história que a chuva levou todo equipamento, só deixou as roupas do varal, os limão do quintal e a pasta impermeável com os documentos.
These are the final piles. Like I said, all of these items in this pile are heading to Goodwill. And then this pile here in the middle is going to be going to my mom's house. And then over here, which isn't a lot of items, just these 2 pieces of clothing here, a camera and a laptop that I will be selling. So wow, I got rid of a bunch of things that I do not use. It's just been sitting in my closet or in a space in my house collecting dust. Number 5 on Marie Kondo's decluttering checklist is sentimental items. So photographs, gifts, letters. And funny enough, all of these items are neatly organized in my office, and they're literally organized in those sections. Last section of Passion Planner Spring Cleaning Insert is a moment to reflect. And so let's go over what were the 3 biggest lessons you've learned from tidying your home. Lessons. Alrighty. Okay, finally had a moment to reflect and actually answer these questions for you all before I just start rambling. But anywho, like I said, what were the 3 biggest lessons you've learned from tidying your home? I feel like I need to do this more often, maybe every 6 months or so. So I think springtime is the perfect opportunity, and then maybe right before the holidays. Number 2, I already know this, but every time that I do like deep clean my house, or I do something like this, I declutter and get rid of a ton of items, I'm always reminded at how much more at peace I am when I do something like this. The 3rd biggest lesson is don't let items sit there for months, because I did start a pile back in October when we first moved into our home in our closet. The clothes that is now sitting in the Goodwill pile and my mom's pile, that's been on the floor of my closet since October. And I don't know, I just let it sit there for that long because I don't even know why. Every time I'd go into the closet, I was reminded of, okay, I need to do something about this pile. I really need to act on this. So that's also in addition to the lovely piles that I have here in my room. You know, I really do need to take that pile to Goodwill. I really need to take these items to my mom's house. And I also need to sell these items. I actually need to do it. I can't just let it sit here for another 6 months collecting dust. Last question, from 1 to 10, how do you feel overall about your tidying experience? I feel really good. It's probably a 10 out of 10. Like I said, I always feel like this is something that I should do more often, because then the piles wouldn't be as big. But sometimes we need a little bit of time to think about an item and to decide whether or not we want it in our lives or if we're ready to part ways. So I think there's a plus side and a negative side to doing it often and then not doing it often. So yeah, whatever works for you works for you. I feel like I got a lot accomplished today. Once again, this is Passion Planner's Spring Cleaning Insert. You can easily download this at passionplanner.com for free. I hope this video inspires you all to declutter your home as well. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!